What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the rabbit hole. Now, recently I've been on a bit of a Metal Toyz DZ kick, and I've reviewed the Cyber Balls and the Top H, and now we're going to be taking a look at the Top G. And I gotta say, this bad boy is a looker. And if you can see from some of these ergonomics, woo! Let's go take a deeper look and I'll tell you everything you need to know. Let's go!
Daddy, you don't know me. Okay, hey now, it's a new kid on the playground. So many bags on me, you would've thought I was a spray ground. Now they know I don't play around. I can hear what you're saying now. I just doubled up my flight miles. Coast to coast, no they ain't in town. I get rich, watch, then I get a sick watch. Watch me hit the top, I might make a TikTok. Left hand, right hand. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my network.
All right, before we get into it, full disclosure, TRB Creations sent this over in exchange for a full unbiased review, and that's exactly what you're gonna get, at always, at the rabbit hole. Now, they also created a discount code, which you can use to get 10% off your entire purchase. Just use rabbit hole EDC at checkout, and that is for anything new or used. Now, used, in my opinion, is what is making TRB Creations unique in the fidget industry right now. They have a massive library, and I'm talking over 1,300 different fidgets the last time I checked. That's actually pretty impressive. So if you're looking for anything specific, make sure to give them a look because you just find what you're looking for. This is coming in at 72 grams, and there's also a stainless steel and brass variant that's coming in at a whopping 114 grams. Yeah, you heard that right, 114 grams. Now, TRB has multiple used ones on their website. Last I checked, I think they had 6 or 7 of them. And I think the lowest price I could find on there was about 140 bucks. So that's a really good deal, especially for this titanium version. I absolutely love the design of this. Now, take a look at those ergos, right? It seems like it's literally just made for your fingers. Take a look. Finger goes over here on the outer edge. Got this section right here. Another one goes right here, and another one rests back here. So when you're holding it, it feels super, super comfortable in your fingers. See that? Look at that. I mean, in terms of ergonomics for a mechanical slider, this has to be my favorite. It just has to be. It feels absolutely incredible in the hand. I also love the design. Get up close in there, you got these little sad faces, which is the Metal Toyz DZ company logo. You got more little design in there. Absolutely stunning design and ergonomics. Now, I should mention real quick that with any Metal Toyz, you also get the hard acrylic case. You get a couple extra little goodies, stickers, springs, little tool to take it apart and whatnot. So you get all that good stuff as usual. Now, here's where it starts to go off a little bit for me with the Top G. So I love the design. I love the feel, obviously, right? And I love how it's customizable like any other Metal Toyz. You got a screw here, you got a screw here, you just pop off the back and you mess around with the 4 slots that have springs and balls, right? So you can customize this to your heart's content. And I have for the past couple of weeks. And for me, it doesn't have enough feedback, enough dense feedback per se, right? I like it when I can really feel the balls bouncing back and forth. And I think what's holding that back from happening is that, in my personal opinion, is that it's too much weight. Now, again, it could have been purposely designed not to do that for people that like quieter fidgets, right? Could have totally been designed for that. And for people that like quieter fidgets, I think you're gonna absolutely love this. It feels phenomenal, like literally molding to your fingers. I don't think it can get better. I don't think you would ever drop this. I mean, going back and forth. It feels great. It really does. It's not like I want to complain about this, but I think for me, I want more feedback. I want more dense, hard, haptic feedback. And I'll let you hear this for a little bit. Like, it sounds good. It's not too loud. It's not super silent, quiet. It's just right. So I think you could be fidgeting on the couch or next to someone and you wouldn't really bother them too much. There are some fidgets out there that are just crazy loud, but I think in terms of the haptic feedback is where it's missing for me. I would love to have more haptic feedback here. And you know, I think when we're just kind of looking at this and just kind of playing around with it, I think some of the pros, obviously, and I've mentioned this a couple times now, is it feels just phenomenal in the hand. Out of any Metal Toyz Metal Toyz fidget in the hand, this is the winner for me. It just doesn't get better than this, right? So it's just completely molded to the fingers. It's got the little lips right here for the thumb to move back and forth. It even has the gripping here in some of the pattern. I mean, phenomenal all the way around, right? Phenomenal. It's quiet for some people, so that I could consider that a pro or a con, depending on whatever you want. It's not silent, but it's also not loud, and it's customizable. So you can really play around with the springs and the balls. You want glass balls, or you want metal type balls, you want stronger springs. You can customize it to your heart's content. And that's the thing, right? So, but on the con side, I'm kind of conflicted here, right? So this is 72 grams. And even for me, over time, like if I'm starting to if I'm fidgeting with this for like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so, it does feel a bit heavy for me. So I don't have the stainless steel or brass variant. That one's 114 grams. I can almost guarantee that's going to be too heavy for a lot of people out there. It does get, like when your fingers are a little slippery, when your fingers are wet a little bit, it does still, even with these notches and whatnot, even with all of these grooves, it does feel a little bit slippery to me, which is kind of interesting, right? I wouldn't think it would, but it does. And that's just me being completely honest and throwing this back at you guys. Now, and the other big con is the haptics, man. I just can't get by the fact that I have tried everything. And I mean, I have 4mm springs, 5mm springs, 6mm springs, 7mm springs, all different types of kinds of balls, plastic, glass, metal, PEEK, you name it. And I just can't get this thing to where I like it. Now, you might like it, but I specifically do not like this in regards to the haptic feedback. But everything else I absolutely love here. I would recommend it for a lot of people that like ergonomically perfect fidgets, something that feels great in the hand, that's fairly quiet. But I don't know if I would recommend anything above this weight. This is the 72, the stainless steel and brass, 114. I think that's gonna be too heavy for a lot of people out there. So I think, you know, final thoughts. If you like heavyweight, heavy, quiet fidgets, then I think you'll really enjoy this one. Now, on the other hand, if you generally like weight, like lightweight fidgets, I wouldn't recommend this for you at all. You know, so this is kind of one of those fidgets that you're either gonna love or hate. And you know, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us on this one, but it's so close to being perfect. The design, the ergos are fantastic, but I just can't get this bad boy to feel the way I want it to feel. Man, it's so close, and I think it's just because there's a little bit too much weight pushing down, and it's not allowing those balls to pop up the way that they really need to. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up our review. If you guys don't mind, definitely support the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. It really helps the YouTube algorithms. Until next time, I'm out.